Hello. Welcome back to another episode of A Brit Does Baseball Does Podcast Does 2025 season review. I'm joined by our fearless leader, Gaz. How you doing, big dog? You okay?
I'm good. I wouldn't describe myself as fearless. Definitely the leader, but heavy
Our,
is the head that wears the crown. But I'm
our
good. How are you?
scared shitless leader, Gaz.
Yeah, I'm scared of everything. Don't put me in heights or in water. I'm a land mammal. I hate boats. I actually do hate boats. Fun fact.
You know who doesn't? Dan. He loves them.
Love them
Works
so
with
much.
them.
I was going to say he works with them, but
Loves a boat. Anyway, today we've got a little bit of a crocodile death trap special. We've got my boy Joshua Eldridge coming on to talk about the Mariners, and I'm excited because he's talked my ear off all season, and I'm excited to hear what opinions have stuck throughout the year and which were slightly more kind of flash in the pan reactionary. So without a further ado, bring him in, get him in here.
I'll press the magic button. There we
There
go.
we go. What's happening?
How we doing, guys? You right?
Yeah, bro, I'm okay. How are you?
Can't complain. About to go on
Good.
holiday tomorrow, so happy days.
Where are you going to?
I'm off to San Sebastian in the Basque region of Spain. Just going to
Let's
eat food and enjoy my rainy time in the northern region of Spain.
Beautiful. I love it. So, you are what? First of all, thank you for being familiar enough with the show that I don't really have to explain too hard. But you know what's coming up first, right? We got some hot takes for you.
Of course, let's do it.
Do you want to? All right, let's test you. Do you want to see if you can explain the ranking system for the hot takes?
What if I can explain it
Yeah.
in your format? Well, we base it off the Nando's scale, no?
Let's go.
It's the bottom area that I normally just eat hot, but extra hot's a bit over.
Successive.
It's evil, isn't it? I've had it once on one chicken wing. I was like, this is hell. Why do they even serve this?
I used to
do
do it just because I was like, I'm going to do it. And then it's like, you kind of grow up and go like, why do I put myself through this? It's like hot, nice.
The ultimate move, we will talk about baseball in a minute. The correct thing to do is to have medium chicken with hot sauce on the side, and then you dip in and out, and then you can go a little bit hot. You need a break, that's fine. Then you coast in at medium.
Do you not find that the sauce just lingers in your mouth and then it kind of burns your taste buds when you want to go back to the medium?
A little bit, but that's what the mash is for. Because you got to go mash. Because if you go in chips, what are we doing? Why are we here? If we're having
Very
chicken
salted
and
chip and
chips, we're
garlic
not
bread.
putting- yeah, but you can get peri salt anywhere.
Do you want to know my little hack?
Yeah.
Because I normally go burger, but if I'm hungry, I get the double burger, side order of garlic bread, split it, make 2 burgers. One with a bread layer and one with a garlic bread layer.
This is actually blowing my mind. I'm not even joking.
2 burgers, side of chips, done. Peri salt.
Let's go. Where do you stand on Perinase?
I'm not really a big mayonnaise eater.
Not a mayo guy, but you're European.
Yeah. My blood.
Cut me open and it's olive oil and mayonnaise.
Mayo, yeah, no, I'm not really if it's like lightly in there, I'm all right. But you know when you go to like a chicken shop and they just go,
yeah,
get lost.
And then boss man splurges. That's not the move. Anyway, so yes, we rank hot takes on the Nando's scale. So Boo usually sends these in, but she's had a busy season. We're gonna give her some annual leave. Give her some time off. She needs a rest. Is she in the room today, or is no?
No, I think Emily's going to be. I need to stop mentioning my partner's actual name. My partner, Emily, will be home from work soon, so she's eagerly downstairs waiting for her because when I got home, I wasn't good enough for her, as per usual.
I hear that. My dog does the same thing. Anyway, hot takes. So, our first one for you is that Cal Raleigh has peaked. He will not play another season as good as he did this year, statistically at least. There's a few caveats in that one.
I could agree.
Yeah, you thinking it's a pretty lemon and herb take?
No, I'll probably go. Look, I don't think he'll ever hit the same numbers that he did this year.
Mhm.
This year was what I mean. You lot have spoken about him all season long. I think every baseball platform has. Definitely should be MVP for me, but I don't know if he's going to get 60 home runs again. So if you're talking at that level, yes, he might have peaked behind the plate, but defensively, I think this guy's ready to cook for a long time.
I hear that. He's been defensively solid since he came up, right? Like he's been offensively and defensively just consistently top 3 at all times from my memory.
Yeah. I mean, he's in that top 10 catchers ranks without a doubt, consistently every year. This year, I don't have the stats in front of me, but he went hundreds of innings without letting a ball go past him once. It's like he's got pitchers who can throw to him.
That's true.
that does help with that stat, but he's just, he was even against the Blue Jays in that one game where he just picks the guy up throws him out at first, flying through the air, and it's like a wonder play, and it's like, who is it? Oh, it's Big Dumper once again.
Shock, we get it. You're sick at your job. Fuck you. You mentioned the rotation, and that leads into another one we've got. And the next hot take is that the Mariners' rotation outshines their offense next year.
Medium, closer to mild once again, I'd say. I think, I think our offense was good. It wasn't amazing. We'll probably talk later on about the positions of who's going to be playing next year on the field. We've got a good core who can hit, but our pitchers this year, we weren't. They were injured all season. We didn't get our full starting rotation lineup fully fit until late. People were coming back. Then at the end, we lose Wu, who was just hot all year. If we can keep them fit, we've got one of the best starting rotations in all of Major League.
I hear that. I'd argue the best, but I'm biased.
I agree.
I don't think a team has 5 as good.
I think maybe your top 3, it's contentious, but 5, yeah. Dude, that's fast.
Who are the top 5 Mariners rotation pieces, just for people that don't know?
So it's Brian Wu, who was excellent all year, until right at the end, in the middle of September, he did his pectoral muscle and missed most of the postseason. Brian Wu, Bryce Miller, who was injured as well at the start. It was George Kirby, who he started on the injured list and then joined midway in. Only pitcher in all of Major League to have 2 14-plus strikeout games this season.
Shit.
Right
on.
Logan Gilbert.
Animal.
I love him. He's one of my favorites ever to watch. And then The Rock Castillo.
Hell yeah.
Who can we also give a mention to? We had a starter called Luis Castillo in about May as well. Not The Rock, the Pebble. Don't think he featured for us ever again, but he's somewhere in the minor leagues.
But it's were they not also both right-handed pitcher? It was exactly the same when it was
10 years difference was the only thing.
Are they all back next year? Them 5?
Yeah, I mean, technically they are all back. Everyone's just discussing whether we use one to trade out. And we've got some prospects coming up as well. So Seattle pitching farm's the whole farm system's good, but next thing you know, they'll load off Castillo. I could imagine he'd be the one to let go right now.
That's still a scary rotation, but anyway.
Filthy. Hell yeah. I love it. And the last one, which is my favorite one to talk about, because at the time it was a big deal throughout the whole baseball world. The take is that Josh Naylor was the better trade at the deadline.
Then who?
Eugenio Suarez.
Oh, with our own trade. Oh, without a doubt. Look, Gino was a homecoming. He was a fan favorite when he was at the Mariners the first time round, and everyone was kind of a bit pissed off. Wait, can we swear on this podcast?
You can say whatever the fuck you want, brother.
Everyone was pissed off that he left in the first place. So him coming home was just like, yeah, good vibes only was his slogan when he was with us. He was back. Also gave us, I mean, you could argue his one special moment in the postseason was enough to bring him back for that grand slam.
That's fair.
Was it? But I don't know. Josh Naylor just slotted in and became an instant fan favorite. You could tell the whole team loved him. He became a captain on the field all of a sudden, calling mound visits himself and could hit as well. And he's another big boy who joined in with the stolen bases of the rest of the team. So
we love a beefy king. And you know what? Anyone that's willing to go that far to cheat for their team in the playoffs, I respect it. That I've never seen a man jump so high.
That was funny. I mean, you'd seen it all season long, but that was just like even the commentators were just like, well, I mean, can't really call it cheating because he's very publicly showing everyone what he's doing.
Yeah, it was so outrageous that it because originally the call on the field was that it just hit him. That it wasn't until they kind of called through and was like, no, you have to have a look at this, because I think it was so outrageous that the rest were just like, yeah, I believe him. Maybe he just did that. But no, so we're going pretty mild takes all around that Josh Naylor was quite clearly the better trade, even though he's maybe not the better Diamondback, considerably the better Mariner, I think.
Oh, yeah. And we just lacked at first base all season. So him coming in and was like defensively as well was just like nice. Donovan Solano doesn't need to come back to the Pacific Northwest again unless he's a visiting team.
Would you say that Naylor was the best trade of the season?
I mean, biasly, I would, yeah. I don't think like all of his stats for him as well went skyrocketed.
I mean, he stole 19 bases. Guess how many times he got caught stealing?
It was like once or none.
None.
Yeah. He just joined in. I mean, we got Eric Young Jr. at first base coach, who's, I don't know what he's done to this team, but he just lights them all up at first base and off they take. And when you're watching him, and even Cal Raleigh got like 18 stolen bases or 14 or something like that. It's he's a big boy.
No, I can't think of a single trade that had anywhere near the impact.
The only one that springs to mind, and only because I'm a Cubs fan, is when the Brewers traded for Quinn Priester in like May, and then they went and won like 20 starts in a row with him, who is just a mid-pitcher. But I'd argue, because I prefer the Mariners to the Brewers, we'll say Josh Naylor, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking most impactful, it's probably Rafi Devers, but not for positive impact, I don't think. But anyway, that's for another time. Smashing. Thank you. We thank you for your sauciness and your Nando's order. I know what I'm getting at the next rehearsal now. Well, get it ordered for you. Don't even need to ask. Just bang. Just get that garlic bread in there. Double chicken burger. Very solid chips. So, I mean, we got to review the season, right? That's kind of the whole point of why we're here. What stood out to you? Because with seasons that end slightly more disappointingly in the kind of the Game 7 loss, it was a Game 7 loss, right?
Yeah. It's the farthest the Mariners have ever been in the postseason in the history of the franchise.
I think it's quite easy to look at like, well, this didn't go well, and we had 3 guys that hit 1 million home runs, and then that was kind of it. What were some of your, aside from Big Dumper being the king of everything, what were some of your kind of more highlights and things that you saw that you were a little bit more surprised about and happy about that were happening during the season?
Well, we started the season well. We had a good sort of April, May, we were surging up, started at the top of the AL. Bringing back, we were starting with not a full rotation yet, so everyone was like, "Oh, when they come back as well, we're only gonna get better." Third base was the sort of, we had all these first basemen who we weren't fans of, but third base we didn't know who was playing there. It was Williamson at the beginning, Williamson and Mastroboni,
Legend,
your boy. Yeah, no, it was all, and everyone, we just got hitting, and the Astros weren't, and the rest of the division's pretty wank. So, you know, we were enjoying it. And then the classic downfall began, and we had a pretty horrendous June, July. And the Astros went up, and everyone was like, But then we just always kept within distance. And watching the team, J-Rod was getting his usual stick at the beginning of the season because he isn't great for the first 3 or 4 months. Don't know why. His stats after July versus before it are insane, and if he could do it for a full season, he would without a doubt be in the MVP discussion. But everyone's still waiting, and you know, I'd get to the baseball field and everyone's going, "Oh, what's J-Rod doing?" I'm like, just wait, because from day one defensively he's been impeccable, and it's what puts him as a Gold Glove finalist, like probably rightfully missing out to what's the Boston guy, Rafaela.
Yes, sir.
Clear favorite, but like J-Rod was up there, who's just a lovable guy, Mr. Seattle. What was it, 32 homers, 30 stolen bases, I think.
Yeah, damn, you know your stats.
I did do a bit of research before just to make sure.
I was gonna say, I've got the stats on my screen, hence why I can agree with you straight away.
But I think this is his 4th season in a row with 25 or more.
Oh, shit.
Since he joined the league. This is what I mean. Everyone hates on him, but he's just silently there. He just needs to do it for the full 6 months. Then, I don't know, we had a few prospects coming up, which is always great. The pitching experiments were a bit nerve-wracking, and then but we were just behind the Astros, and it was that last, I mean, I've been nagging your ear for 6 months. It was like August, then into September, when everything just kind of flipped, and we had that division against them, and we went down there and swept them. And that's when I was like, we're not just going to the postseason, we're gonna win it. I was like, this team's ready for these big moments finally, which we would normally just crumbling in the past.
Dude, it was so good. I got so many texts at like 3:30, 4 in the morning, like, dude, I haven't slept, we're doing it, this is how I would wake up at like 7 and be like, fuck yeah, bro, stoked for you.
The follow-on from that was I'd get a text from Callum at like 7:30 in the morning saying, "Oh, I think the Mariners won again," because Josh was excited.
Yeah. Yeah, what are we talking about? Oh, well, the M's won. I know that.
I am an M's fan because I've got family in Seattle, and that's why I just devoted all my sporting, whether it's NFL, don't really follow hockey, but yep, call me a Kraken fan now. If the Sonics come back, I will become an NBA fan. And I get mugged off for it because, right, even my cousins are like, why did you pick us? Like, we're just the team of heartbreak and failure. But this year I was like, to my cousin, I was texting, he was at the Grand Slam game, sending me videos and everything. I was just like, man, we're gonna do it. And yeah, I mean, but making the postseason and actually winning the AL West for the first time since 2001 was that alone was like the first big deal. And then the postseason steps were just like, it just felt more and more fairy tale. And we got to the 7th game and we were 3-1 up.
So, speaking of disappointing things, what were some stuff that you were looking forward to at the start of the year that maybe fell a little bit flat for you?
Looking forward to at the start, you know what? I'm an M's fan, so I didn't go into the season with that high hopes. This is what I mean. So we started the season quite well, and it was like, oh, all right, this will be fun. And then, of course, it was like, for example, the trade deadline. Normally, Dipoto doesn't go out and spend anything, or he just gives away someone, and you're like, what are you doing? And this year, we actually went and did something in the market, and it's all been a bit of a, I don't know. I think that's why it felt like a It was such a nearly year.
Just so close. I mean, from talking to you, that's my whole reference of how the Mariners are doing ever. It just seemed like there was never anything upsetting. The only thing that you were ever upset about was that the Astros won again. Like that was it. You know, like the Mariners won, but fucking so did the Astros.
Yeah. It was such a good vibes team all year round. Like you could see them all fighting for each other. The pitchers connected to the rest of the squad. You know, I've got them all on social media. You could see them even behind the stages. Just like that was a pack of dudes who were put together to play together this year. Whereas in recent years, you could see the disconnect and the fan disengagement halfway through the season when the season's already gone off and you don't sign anyone and you're like, all right, here we go again. It's like,
that's fair. Do you reckon, who would you say was like the like kind of undersung hero of the team? Because personally, I think Randy Arozarena quietly was like the third most important part of that team.
he was.
Just no one got hit more. He was just in the box, standing too close to the plate, just wearing them for his boys. Like,
he hit.
He did.
Like his stats on last year, like the difference in 2024 and 2025 is quite a lot. Like pull up the stats, guys. You'll have a look.
I've got his 2025 stats. I was going to give a shout out to Jorge Polanco. How would you pronounce it?
Polanco.
He was good.
Hey, Mr. October, especially. He became our Mr. October at least. But Polanco, he was fighting for an injury, and I wasn't a fan of him last year. I was just like, every time he was in the squad, whether he's DH or second base, I was like, why is this guy here? And he was a contact hitter. But this year, he just got swinging, and I was like, yeah, I'm quite happy with him in that role. Problem was Cal Raleigh ended up taking the DH spot a lot, splitting his catching role, which meant Polanco had to play. I think he was out with a bit of injury as well for a little while.
So we had Polanco is officially the Aaron Judge of Ernie Clements. That's put that on a t-shirt.
But he was good. Unsung heroes. Arozarena's up there for sure.
I mean, I can give you the stats for Arozarena. So last year he played 154 games, 20 home runs. Oh God, what's that quick math? 60 RBIs. This year, 27 home runs, 76 RBIs. Most important thing for me, and Cal mentioned it, he got hit by a pitch the same amount of times as he hit a home run. 27.
Move back. Take a step, Randy. You're doing okay.
Well, he moved into the leadoff role as well.
So he was first pitch, putting his face there.
It's like, yeah, get on base, and then you've got J-Rod and Cal Raleigh behind you.
That's pretty nasty. That's a pretty nasty top three, to be fair. Arozarena, Julio.
Yeah, but after the trade, it then went Randy, Raleigh, Julio, Naylor, and Suarez as a top 5 hitting. Like teams just used to be like, for fuck's sake, and it was completely split left and right. Cal Raleigh did it from both sides of the plate all season.
He did it from the middle once. I saw him. He did it. It was like a snooker shot at like 100 miles an hour. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to not make this the Cal Raleigh show.
We can make it a Cal Raleigh show.
I even feel as well it has been all year, and I mean, not even just you, everywhere. Like it is his name's he's a household name across the whole of America now.
You think you got a dump fatigue, perhaps?
No, I don't. I just feel like there was more to the team than Cal.
Maybe other people have. We don't. Like, we're walking a fine line of like cult hero and Ellie De La Cruz. He's like right in the middle there.
I'd argue he isn't, because even like this year when he was smashing 60 home runs, they still cared more about Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
It'd be like Aaron Judge has hit a home run against the Oakland A's or the Chicago White Sox. Meanwhile, Riley's gone switch hit, 3 home runs, no pass balls, caught 9 innings for the 6th day in a row. But he just gets a little, oh yeah, Riley did this as well, by the way. So
I know he has to win it this year. Come on, guys.
I want Raleigh to win it. I think he should win it, but Bitches love batting average. That's the only thing working against Raleigh.
I know.
Chicks dig BPA.
I just think for the MVP award going forward, he has to win it. Like Judge will win another when he has a 70 home run season next year.
Yeah, he'll win it next year if someone's just not quite as incredible.
Exactly. So, but I think it also makes more sense because MVP shouldn't just be about batting average.
You should. Your defensive stats and where you finished in the season should make a difference. And the Mariners made it one further than the Yankees, and he played significantly more games. I know Judge was injured, but so
also played more games in the catcher's position, not from right field.
Yeah, I was going to say his knees must be shot.
I think I could play 162 games in a row at right field. I won't be very good, but I think I could do it. I'd get out there.
I could stand there.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring my deck chair. Be like playing for the Mastodons. I said that to the managers. That's fine. Shout out Adam. He's probably watching this.
Anyway,
Shout out Adam.
That seems like a good place to hit pause and hit halftime and think about what we've done a little bit. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the future and some free agency moves and some trades that we'd like to see, as well as playing another game of Start Bench Cup. We'll see you very, very soon. Yapping. Hello. Welcome back. It was a short break. Hey, I always think it's fun that we do the break and then we take like 5 minutes to recollect and come back. But the recording is like, all right, we're going to take a break and we're back. How's it going?
It's because we're lacking sponsors. Again, if you want to sponsor us, let us know.
No one immediately springs to mind of who we could have. Anyway, so we've had a look at last year. We've had our little sad moment of what could have been, but let's have a look at what could be. So next year, how are you feeling in general before we get into free agents and potential trades and lineups and things like that? How are you feeling about next year, just kind of generally?
I'm on the positive train. I think, judging from online, the Mariners sphere going on, with the spine of this team, the core of this team is remaining. We're not quite sure who we're keeping on. A few we've lost already, but the spine is there. If we get the right pieces in there and bats get hot, we've already spoken of the starting rotation.
That's fair. I think it could be another big year for the Mariners. Honestly, it's I think the key to any kind of playoff success is that you do need just phenomenal pitching, and you've got it locked down for this year at least, maybe even next year with the prospects that are coming up. So it's just all about improving the offense that was already, not awful.
Yeah.
But everything's kind of there to go forward. Obviously, there's a couple of mild question marks about Eugenio Suarez and Josh Naylor. To my knowledge, at the time of recording, neither of them have signed contracts. I'm guessing. Well,
that's correct.
How do you feel about kind of, would you re-sign Gino? I know that Josh Naylor's kind of, that's got to be priority number one if nothing else happens.
I mean, half the Mariners players were like twerking for him on their own private instance. Like everyone was just like There was a day where basically the whole squad posted a picture with him and them, and we're just like, "We love you, Josh." It was like one way to say a message to the organization. But Suarez, look, you know, I love Suarez. I've got a place for him in my heart. If we had the Suarez who was hitting in the D-backs, I think it would be a nailed-on decision, but he's also going to cost a lot of money.
I think that's the biggest problem, is that sure, you could bring him back and that would be good vibes, and no one would mind if the Mariners spent money on Eugenio Suarez, but I just think he's going to be too much money for me personally to justify it for a team that needs a couple of more slight improvements, I feel like, we've just spoken on, we did a Angels review just before. I hope this comes out after that one. But we
It won't
spoke
now,
about
but
we spoke about how Suarez could be a really great fit for them and to go be like a key piece somewhere. I don't think that he could be that and with the Mariners, but if he is there, it's fine. I just think it's going to be too much money.
I don't think. I think he will get let go. We've got prospects coming up. I feel like, if Cole Young can throw it from there, why don't we play him there a bit more? We've got Colt Emerson, who's also he's our top prospect in the farm, who's definitely about to come through next year. He's a shortstop, but I can't see JP Crawford going anywhere, who had a bit of a down year this year, actually, but
he's got to be old now, right?
He's not as old as you think, I don't think.
No, he's not. He's just Mr. Seattle infield. Like,
right.
The rest of the parts always move, but he's there.
I think he's like really good defensively and like below average hitter. But
yeah,
name me shortstops that can hit outside of Bobby Witt and Francisco Lindor.
Can I go?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can. Yeah,
Willie Adames is pretty good.
Yeah, but he's a Brewer, so he don't count.
Yeah, not anymore.
No, but JP, the reason why Seattle loves JP is because when he does hit, they always tend to be like walk-off home runs or like, do you know what I mean? He always comes through those like clutch moments, but in a game where you're already 6 up, he doesn't even get on base. Well, he gets on base a lot. But yeah, no, he's not going anywhere. So Colt Emerson, I'd be happy to try out there. I mean, the Bregman links, I'm up for them.
It's interesting.
I don't know if he'll come.
So
I can't see that.
No.
Where the catcher position is pretty nailed on, as well as the backup is kind of honorary friend of the podcast. We've not spoken to him, but to my knowledge,
Prince Harry Ford.
Yeah, Prince Harry.
We have tried multiple times through multiple avenues. It's not gone well.
But do you think? Because
I think he's coming in because, of course, Mitch Garver's he's been let go, so I don't mind about that either. To be honest with you, I find him one of the most dull players ever.
Garver, hardly know her. The problem I have with Harry Ford is that I want him to play more, completely selfishly. But do you reckon there's any chance of like some more first base appearances for him? Or do you think that's going to kind of just be locked off as well?
I don't know if he'll get like from the organization's point of view, would they rather him go between the AAA and Major League and actually just play consistent catcher all year?
But is there much point if the MVP of the major leagues last year is your catcher and can play every day if you just ask nicely?
Well, Garver used to come in and play, he'd get 1 to 2 games a week to give Cal's knees a rest. But then in those days, he'd still be DHing, so it's not much of a rest. I don't know. But then at the same time, do you want to come and work next to someone like that and learn off them? I don't know. I can't see him playing first base, Harry. He's not very big.
He's not a beefy boy.
Harry Ford.
Yeah.
You think he's a beefy boy?
No, I didn't know. I've never actually seen him play.
I've got no idea.
I think he's pretty short. He's
not a bit. All right, fuck it. Don't care anymore. Move on.
He's short. Ew.
No, I mean the beefiness. He can be short. He can be a short king. He just needs to be a beefy king. But anyway, sorry. Side point. I'm just upset he didn't reply.
He's got a little dumper. He's not quite got the same
medium dumper.
Yeah. He's still growing.
So then looking at the rest of the infield, so let's hope and pray and assume that Josh Naylor comes back for 5 years, $200,000 on a super team friendly contract.
Is that 200 a year or 200 across the contract?
For 5 years, 200 grand. So
even I earn more than that, but anyway.
Yeah, shortstop and second base. Are you happy there? Or you wanted to make some moves?
Shortstop, second base. Second base, I think we'll use our prospects there. Polanco's gone. I don't know if you already knew, that was a week or two ago. We've got the prospects who are coming through. They'll probably get used in that spot. I'd imagine we go and spend at third base. It's just not about. This is the problem.
There was one person you mentioned a few times to me that I thought was really quite interesting, but I did. Who
my utility man?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's a free agent this summer, and I'm saying, hear me out. This is a hot take. Kike Hernandez, get him to the PNW. Utility man, been there, done it all. We're a team growing. We could do with some experience like that.
Just like
Tell me it doesn't make sense. Tell me it doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense for the team the Mariners were 2 years ago, where it was a retirement home for the mediocre. And he's 35.
How long have you been working on that phrase for?
Just now.
Oh, okay. Rehearse that.
But he's 35. It's like, sure, maybe you sign him to a maximum 2-year deal for a couple of million, but do you not, at that point, would you not rather look more to promoting the youngster, or kind of throw in a little bit more cash at Bregman and really going down that route?
I really think it makes a bit of sense here, man. I think I'm a great believer that, you know, you could even just get him on in a quick 1 year, because we do have young guys coming through. He's a utility guy. He can slot in and around. We've got my boy Canzone kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah. What about trades? Like, do you think there's anybody that's, you know, I'm not expecting you to know everybody's contracts, but like a couple of years rental of somebody to tide that over, rather than a big free agent kind of swoop for someone like I don't know who's around. I don't know who plays third base, but
Rafi Devers.
Have him. I'll drive him to Seattle myself, and I'll leave from London.
Unfortunately, I've heard all your woes all season about him. You've definitely taken him off my shop window. It is tough. The youngsters we got coming up are, all the big names are basically sort of, they all play shortstop, second base, and I feel like surely we can train one of them. This is why I can't see us getting Bregman. We won't spunk the money. Although DeProto keeps saying that he's got money to spend, and I'm like, stop saying that if you don't do it.
What about Bo Bichette?
I'd take him in a heartbeat
and put him at third.
I'd do that.
That would be pretty rogue. He's only just played second.
Yeah, but second, if you can play short, you can. I play second. It's not like I trained the whole winter at third.
Third's a little bit harder than second, and he wasn't phenomenal at short.
Yeah, he's probably passable enough. And like, let's be honest, third baseman. Name me a real good defender out of third baseman.
Matt Chapman.
Okay, he can
Suarez, man. That was probably his good point of him all season. His bat wasn't incredible, but he was, you know, he scuffed up about 2 or 3 plays, I remember, but also made some of those lovely, like, you know, barehanded catch and whips across, like, runner out, and you're just like, damn, that was hot. Those luscious locks.
Few things make me happier than a barehanded scoop and toss.
Yeah, and then he chucks it and blows the big bubble, and you're just like, yeah, that was just cool, man.
Oh yeah, you got so much tresemme in your hair, it's a bit alarming, actually. It shouldn't shine like that. So and then we'll look at the outfit. I think there's a common theme of the outfield, the off-season movements just kind of being Josh Naylor, and then bringing up the youth and maybe looking to trade some guys, but again, more on the prospect side. How do you feel about outfield? Because that's another very strong point of the lineup.
We have who's the we've got the kid who's just been cruising his way up through our
Kyle Schwarber's available, right field.
I would take that.
Big dumper too.
Yeah, but you can only play him in the field. You can never DH Kyle Schwarber. That's the caveat of having him.
It's in his contract. He has to wear a glove at one point.
Johnny Carmelo.
He actually has to play shortstop.
Celestin. It's the little Michael Arroyo. He came in our single A, and he's just like slowly just like jumping up, and everyone's like, you're 21 years old and you just cannot miss a ball, and he's just crushing it.
You're making everyone else look bad. Could you stop?
Then we've got the switch pitcher.
Oh, I want to talk about him. I've seen him.
Oh, the amphibious pitcher.
I can't pronounce his name. It's like Sejinte or something.
There's a J in there somewhere.
He's Dutch, actually. He's representing Dutch at the World Classics, but he fully comes out and he's switch pitches, man, and it's like he's got a modified glove so it fits on both hands, and he's just like, I've never seen anyone do it like him. It's like, whoa, and I'm so scared they're gonna slowly take that away from him as he gets nearer the top, but
I'd imagine they will. Like, unless you're absolutely completely lights out with both, then they're going to be like, your right's a little faster by 2 miles an hour. Let's just focus on that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the realistic level of it, but he's stepping up into AA, I think, next year. I don't think he'll make it to the major leagues next year. He's still fresh, but he's the like Mariners pitching prospect. Everyone's just like, you know what I mean? It's something a bit off about him, which is a bit crazy and fun. And
you never know. There's always the chance of my favorite instance of the AAA pitcher that's pitched like 3 games and is now in the majors and pitching relief because everyone else is hurt.
Yeah,
that's always a fun time, and it happens to just about everyone at some point in the season. And so who knows? Maybe he will be there for at least a game before everyone hits him to death. And
it'll be nice to see him in a bullpen game later on. Like, he's young as well. We've got, I mean, the farm system is pretty, you know, we're in the top 5 or so, 5 or 6 farm systems. Most of our pitching staff have come through it. That's why I can see Castillo going out.
Fair, understandable. I mean, if you are to trade anybody to bring in some more prospects to replace the ones that you've just brought up, I reckon someone like that could yield some pretty decent returns. But anyway, I like it. It's not very heavy on the trades. It's not very heavy on the free agents. This team is good, and just let them go again. I dig it. What's your prediction? Your kind of over under win total?
See, I think we probably do a similar run this year. It depends on you know who those who shall not be named, the Houston Astros. Like, if they get hot again, then I'll tell you now they'll win the division. So
it doesn't matter. They could win 162 games, but how many do you think the Mariners are going to win?
Yeah, I mean, what was our final this year? 92, 90.
So
was it 87? Is that it?
I said it was at least 7.
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
Hang on, I can tell you. Let me just click.
It was definitely in the 90s.
90 win.
90 to what? 72. Yeah, we could. I'd say we'd probably match that.
So your under/over is 89.5.
We'll make a note of that, and if you're wrong, you die.
Yes,
that's yeah, I know. Been on the Christmas list for a while.
Sorry, the Cubs won 92 games. Oh my god, we are the best team in the world.
This is why I was so confused at you all season. You were like, Everything's terrible. We've won 3 in a row. It's awful.
No, I would listen to this podcast and then I'd be like, "Oh, the Cubs are all doing awful," and I go check, and you were just like, just stacked up. You just had the Brewers in front of you as the only problem.
Yeah, well, we have the
Best
Brewers.
record.
So that just goes to prove that people do listen to this podcast, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. There's one.
Now I'm on it. I made it, Mom.
Anyway, that's been smashing, and thank you very much for sharing your Mariners wisdom and experiences. We're going to end, as is tradition at this point, with some Start Bench Cut. If you haven't heard of Start Bench Cut before, well, welcome to your 3rd day on Earth, I suppose. We've got one baseball related, one non-baseball related. I'm going to give you 3 options. The idea is you start one, you bench one, you cut one. Get it? Got it. Good. So your first one is baseball related, and Gaz, you're included in this.
Let's go.
All players in their prime, who were you building your franchise around? Is it Ichiro? Is it Ken Griffey Jr.? Or is it Cal Raleigh? Start one, bench one, cut one.
Oh, all right. I'm starting Ichiro. He was, of course, before I was even into the Mariners, but when I got into them, we were shocking, and he's the king. And also, one thing I forgot to mention: start of the season, the vibes are already up when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Forgot to mention that, but that's what I mean. Like, he came in and like Seattle was just like 51, so he starts. Oh, this is a tough one because once again, like the highlights of Griffey's, the coolest swing with the backwards cap. Come on, man! Like the kid. But I didn't watch him in and out. Whereas like this year, Big Dumper's taken me on the biggest journey ever. So I'll bench the Big Dumper and. Sorry, Seattle, if anyone from there. I'm cutting the kid.
Understandable. Hey, man, it's difficult. You can't make emotional decisions in times like this.
That's a mean question.
I'm sure the city of Seattle will understand.
They don't even play the same position.
No, none of them do.
It'd be a dream team.
Hey, guys, what do you reckon? Completely unbiasedly.
Completely unbiasedly. You might think I'll go for the Beef King, but I'm not going to go for the Beefy Boy. I'm actually going to agree with Josh. I'm going to start Suzuki. Ichiro. Purely because, like, look, I've only been into baseball for like 3 years, right? And he's the first name that whenever anyone says Ichiro, there's never any bad press about him. Like his Hall of Fame vote, everyone was like, why the fuck was that not unanimous?
Who was the guy?
It wasn't us, I can tell you that. We wouldn't waste the vote, Baseball Hall of Fame, if you want to get us, because it's the writers, isn't it? So, press. We are famous for our pressing. I'm starting Ichiro. Look, as I said, I've watched Cal Raleigh play. Can I have Ken Griffey's dad in the team as well, or just Junior?
Ooh. No.
Oh,
okay. Well, he can be bench coach. So I'm going to go for the Griffeys on the bench. I'm going to bench the Griffeys. Junior can play. I don't know, DH. I don't care. The fun thing about Ichiro was he took part in the break they had before the Divisional Series. They did like an intra-squad game, and Ichiro was playing right field next to
yeah.
I was just like, the guy's 51, 52, and he's probably still the best player on that pitch.
There's some footage of him last summer, and he's in Japan in like a primary school, like showing his skills, and he just like smashes the ball for like 400 yards and cracks some window at the top floor of the school, like miles away, and he's like, "Oh, sorry," the innocence in him. It's like,
and then he's pimping off, just hitting a home run off a 10-year-old. Bat flipped a lot. Starting Ichiro. I'm going to bench Griffey just because I get his dad as well, and I'm going to cut the Big Dumper only because he needs to do it for one more season for me offensively before that moves up. I think defensively, I think he's the best catcher in the American League. Did he win the Gold Glove this year?
I don't care.
Okay, anyway.
I don't know if it's done yet.
Yeah.
No, Gold Gloves are. I'll fact check that whilst Cal gives us his opinion.
All right. So I was gonna go controversial and base it off of my Giants affinity and say that the core of any good team is a good catcher. But no, Ichiro's the fucking shit, dude. How do you not start him? He's top 10 men of all time, not just baseball players, just guys. What a dude. I'm gonna bench the big dumper for, similar. I feel like you need a great catcher if you're gonna have a great team. And unfortunately, Ken Griffey Jr. He doesn't quite make it compared to Hall of Famer Ichiro and future Hall of Famer Big Dumper. Which is
Shout
why,
out Ken Griffey, who's now a photographer, sports photographer.
hell yeah. So is Randy Johnson. Hey, his logo's like the bird he hit and stuff. It's great. But anyway, that was smashing. And now let's do a silly one, like every class picture you ever took. So it's non-baseball related, and I thought I'd play into the music zone a little bit. For those who don't know, Josh and I are in a band, Crocodile Death Trap. We're the second best band in the world, second only behind AC/DC probably. Josh is a professionally trained jazz saxophonist.
I
And
did
so-
not know this, by
Did
the
you
way. No, I didn't. I knew he was in a band. I didn't know you could also play the saxophone.
Yeah, dude's got a mouth on him. Anyway, so I've I've collected 3 legendary saxophonists. I want to know who you'd start, who you'd bench, and you'd cut. So, Josh, your choices are John Coltrane, Sonny Rollins, and Charlie Parker.
Oh, right. I'm cutting Sonny Rollins.
Oh, that's controversial.
I know it is, but I'm an alto player, you see. So
right.
Charlie Parker is. Charlie Parker's the king of the alto, so I was kind of forced to play him. Love him. He's the king of bebop, transformed jazz for a whole period of time. Let me just wrap this up quick. John Coltrane comes a little bit after him, more into modal jazz, and I adored Coltrane. But I always used to get teased at college because I'd be playing Coltrane on my alto, and everyone was like, just go and get a tenor. But I was like, no, I'm going to be different and be a problem.
That's the most jazz uni bullshit I've ever heard. Teasing you because you're playing it on the wrong saxophone. Fuck you. All right, so just quick, for any jazz musicians listening, fuck you.
Don't listen to him.
I don't respect you, and I don't particularly like you.
You've offended officially one of our audience, and he is currently on the podcast.
He knows.
Yeah, fuck you up, man. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, how's your jazz degree playing bass in a punk band, Josh? Better than anyone. Fuck you, jazz.
Right, I'm benching Parker. I'm starting John Coltrane.
I hear that. I'm similar. I really like Miles Davis. So Charlie Parker is starting for me. I'm benching John Coltrane because I think he's cool, and I hadn't heard of much of Sonny Rollins, but on the list I pulled up, he was ranked 3rd. So he went number 3. So unfortunately, Sonny, you've been cut twice. Gaz, how do you feel about jazz saxophone?
It's a tough one, honestly. Look, for me, it's like Coltrane was just so. What's the word? Coltrane. He found like some of his musical developments when he saw Charlie Parker perform for the first time. So it's like, do you take Charlie Parker or do you take John Coltrane? And then, I mean, Sonny Rollins. I mean, like he finally switched to his tenor saxophone in 1946, influenced by his idol Coleman.
Right.
I don't know. Rollins retired in 2014. So, he went 7 years. He went 7 decades even.
What was his OPS?
And then I don't know. I mean, John Coltrane, like his most acclaimed album, obviously, as we all know, "A Love Supreme," released in 1965, and received numerous posthumous awards. Rest in peace, including the special Pulitzer Prize. I don't, for a guy that's if he's won a prize after he's died, he must be good at something. So I'm going to start John Coltrane. Okay,
Respect.
and it's what comes first, the chicken or the egg, and in this case, it's the egg because I can't remember who influenced who, but I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna bench Sonny Rollins. If you're going 7 decades, you got to be good. I would love to live on this earth for 7 decades, let alone professionally play the saxophone.
I saw him in the Barbican. He killed it.
There's legacy. You can't argue with legacy.
No, and you just don't get that in the game of baseball, let alone saxophone. So,
name one baseball player that's played for 70 years. I bet you can.
Ichiro probably will go 7 decades.
98 and just still like fucking they're throwing him into right field.
And I'm going to cut Charlie Parker, and it breaks my heart. It really does. Well, no, I wasn't going to go that far. He
was a massive heroin addict.
I said on the start of the show, I'm a land mammal, right? I don't like the boats. Hate the film Titanic. I'm not huge in the air either, and his nickname is Yardbird.
The bird.
So if your nickname's a bird, not for me. I'm gonna cut Charlie Parker.
I respect that. Very eloquently put. Thank you very much, Gary.
No worries.
Well, thus concludes our podcast about jazz saxophones largely. And did we mention that Dan works with boats? Probably.
Yeah, we covered that.
Hell yeah. Well, Josh doesn't play saxophone and Dan works with boats. You heard it here first. We've been A Brit Does Baseball.
Oh, hang on. I think there's we always give our guests the chance to plug stuff. And as you're a little bit biased as being in the band, so I'll take this little segment. Josh, is there anyone or anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, so I've got a bunch of these T-shirts actually that are going. If anyone's interested,
this is great audio. All right, let me describe what he's doing.
Right, so can you hear me?
We can definitely hear you.
So I've got these lovely T-shirts here, hand printed, that say Crocodile Death Trap.
Beautiful.
Ooh. And you can get your hands on one of these, especially if you live in or around London, on the 11th of December at the Finsbury.
It's free. It's a free show.
It's free. You might even get a sticker.
It's very true. You might even get a slightly different sticker than those.
Who knows? But
who knows what'll happen.
Get yourself down. It's also right by the baseball field, so chances are you could meet a bunch more people who play and love baseball.
Come watch a gig and then take drunk BP. That's definitely not allowed, but I'll bring it back. Someone will bring a bowl and we'll all have a good time.
That's on crap.
It's when we work out. This podcast gets released the day after the gig.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, look out for some new music coming.
It's true.
That's the man right there.
2026 medium-sized things will be coming into your ear holes. Anyway, as I was saying before I tried to get out of embarrassing self-promo, I have been Cal. That's been Gaz. Josh has been lovely, and thank you again very much for joining us.
Thank you.
That was the Mariners' year. I'm excited to see who's next.
So are we.
It'll be someone, and we'll see you then. See you later. Goodbye.
Peace and love.